Hello, 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 everybody. Greetings. Welcome to Mahala Monday. Final Monday of the month of January, of course, which still leaves us with 11 months of final Mondays. So that is great. Good. Welcome to Mahala Monday. My name is Dougal. As always, she's here. She brings everything that is the spice and all of that. Hello, Rhoda.
Everything spicy and nicey.
There we go.
Hello, Dougal. Welcome, everybody, to Mahala Monday. As Dougal said, it is the last Monday of the month. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
It's already
January. I'm dusted.
I'm still saying Happy New Year, just by the by. No, because I you still say compliments in the season, but you don't, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you still allowed to say that?
I'm kind of still in my emails when I'm responding, everything for the best for the year ahead. So I think kind of when jumping to February, like, you know what, I think then we're done. Now as the year's running, we need to stop with this.
We're in that grey area where we don't know.
Exactly, you know, where you're feeling like it's the beginning of the year, but it feels like it's already in June, July, because, I mean, we're already starting to run like crazy already. So I don't know if you feel like that, but a lot of people I've heard actually telling me that they feel like they're already in June.
I suppose you can still say Happy New Year if you haven't seen the person yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you haven't communicated, then you can do it. But welcome to Mahala Monday. It is always fabulous to have you along with us. And of course, we've got a fabulous show coming your way tonight. So we're really looking forward to this. Rhoda and I, we've got a great guest always, you know, just people making things fantastic for everybody. So we're looking forward to the show. But it is also an interactive show. So we look forward to your questions and comments. And maybe you've got some great questions for Rhoda. I've got several that I'm going to start off right now with Rhoda, actually. Then definitely, if you've got a comment, then definitely throw that in as well. If you've got a comment. So people don't know Rhoda.
That's right.
People don't.
Don't know what?
They don't know you.
I do mean they don't know me.
No, they know you, but they don't know you. So I'm going to give you, you got 1 second to answer, okay?
Oh, no.
All right, are you ready? Are you ready? It's a quick fire. It's quick fire. It's easy stuff.
Go for it.
All right, favorite color?
Blue.
Why?
I like blue.
Okay. Favorite food type?
Thai food.
Thai food? Burgers or pizza?
Burger.
No pizza?
Not crazy about pizza.
Sushi or braaivlees?
Sushi.
No braai?
Braai is okay. Sushi.
Are you serious? Okay. Regular curry or biryani?
A regular curry.
Okay. Favorite vegetable?
Except, can I go on that one?
Okay.
If it's acne that's being made, then my daughter-in-law, Shadia, is the best.
All right. Okay. Favorite place to visit?
Favorite place to visit? My bedroom by my television.
It's exciting. Wine or cocktails, Rhoda?
Cocktails.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay. No, now you know. Blue, sushi. Also, there was a shout out that she doesn't want to cook. She wants acne being she wants acne to be made.
That's right. But there's a difference, Dougal, between biryani and acne now, okay?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I know
There
that. I
There
know
we
that.
go.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm
And
very
believe
aware.
me, my daughter-in-law does the best acne I've ever tasted.
It's good. I don't believe you. Only once I've tasted it, I will be able to
I'll tell her
comment.
to make your plate. When she makes it, I'll bring a plate,
Sure.
especially for you.
All right. So yeah, it's hard to believe these little stories. But it has been an exciting weekend as well, and a lot happening over the past couple of days, with a week, of course, which was absolutely extraordinary. I just want to recap on some of the things that has happened, of course. So especially if you're in and around Cape Town, you would have, and everywhere in the country, all the racing enthusiasts, there was, of course, there was the running of the Cape Town Met again.
Yeah.
So that was a great event. So it was fun. It was fun.
I believe you were working.
I was. I saw my win as one of the horses. That's how I worked.
Oh, Dougal.
Oh, I worked. That was good. It was good fun. It was good fun. Same trainer from last year won it again. So
okay.
It was really good. It was a fun day. It was a fun day. And I thought it was well attended, so well done to all the people involved there. They did well. Then on the sporting front, it was interesting, wasn't it? The Stormers, yay.
Yay.
Nice. Well done. For getting a point.
For getting a point.
That was the one thing. Liverpool won, happy days.
Yes,
and Manchester United won.
I believe so.
Yeah, surprise. Even they were.
Even they were surprised.
Yeah, they didn't know how to celebrate. Anyway, enough about that. But we told you we got a fabulous show coming your way. And when I say fabulous, I really mean it. Because we always bring you amazing guests. And we just want to have fun. And, of course, talk about people who really influence us in a wonderful way. And positivity. And it just makes a difference and puts smiles on people's faces. This is what it's all about. So I guess tonight, you might have spotted on Showmax's Beulah, Queen's funny car. Also somebody who's graced stages across wherever there's a stage. That is where you will find our fabulous guest this evening. So without further ado, joining us this evening, Bibi Vahlour is joining us on Mahala Monday. How are you?
Look at
Bonjour.
you. Bonjour. You look stunning.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely gloriously stunning. Really fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time and joining us on Mahala. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, just coping a little bit after the weekend that's been hectic as always after performing. But other than that, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm fabulous. Excited to have this interview because we've been chatting about this since last week already. And you had the offers a buzz at the end of the day, just wanting to meet you and actually have a chat with you as well. Very excited. Do go.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely great talking to you. So thank you once again for just making the time and squeezing us in. And
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, we definitely want to get behind. So want to know everything from start to finish. Really, we just want to know everything because we know you got like a huge amount of fans out there, which is great. And we already fans, and we've seen some pictorial evidence which made us even bigger fans now, which is really fabulous. But who's Bibi Vahlour? Who's Bibi Vahlour? Where are you from?
Oh, so Bibi Vahlour is originally from Lavender Hill, just larger than life, living life, and just doing my best with drag itself. And not just that, I'm not just a drag queen by myself, I'm also a drag mother, mother, founder, and creator of the House of Vahlour as well. So yeah, Bibi Vahlour is a lot and everything.
Wow. Now you said, and I want to get straight into it, you said you were a drag mother.
Yes.
So what is a drag mother to the people might not know?
So a drag mother is basically someone that helps and guides a younger, or does not necessarily have to be younger, queer person that is interested in the art of drag or has a passion for the art of drag, but has no guidance as to how to do it or the whereabouts to do it. So again, drag mother is the person that helps you, like your actual mother. Because a lot in our queer communities, our families at times don't normally get us or understand us at times, but our chosen families do, and that's where the house mother falls in as your drag mother or your drag sisters and families and all of the sort.
Okay, thank
that
you.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to go back a bit because where it all started. Now, when did you realize, obviously, that you were, for me, special? Because, I mean, I look at it as you being special. When did you realize that you wanting to go that route and, just to pursue that?
I always used to, when I was younger, I was a dancer in high school. I always used to dance, perform backup dance for many other drag queens. But my very first popular drag queen was my drag mother itself, which is Imogen Moore. And at the age of 17, I met her, and she gave me the opportunity to showcase myself, and not just showcase myself, she introduced me to drag, which was a big in itself. And I had many opportunities of meeting all the other drag queens, and I was like, oh, I think this is for me. I think I can do this. I am fully inspired. And before that, I never knew what drag was. I never knew how to start it. I just always thought I never saw it as an art form or a passionate side or just a way of expression. I always used to say like, ugh, people are dressing up, people are doing this for fun or anything. But after just getting that glimpse at such a young age, it totally made me flip the script and realize. But I could only fully start drag itself during lockdown.
Lockdown, okay.
So that's where it started. But like you say, it was like love at first sight in a way. Once you got exposed to the art form, you were just completely flabbergasted and in awe.
Yeah, I was amazed about how people could go about transforming themselves,
Oh yeah.
whether you're male, female, or whatever. Just the art of drag, just transforming yourself fully with its body, face, makeup, hair, all of these things it just amazes me. And that's where I was like, oh, I have to get on top of this. I have to like,
Most
I'm just in
definitely.
love with this.
And you're definitely rocking it for sure, for sure.
And we're going to talk about
Oh,
some of the
thank you.
accolades because obviously you've appeared everywhere and it's really just ticking off a whole array of amazing accolades. But let's just go it back.
Full on.
You said Emobo sort of introduced you to it, took you a little bit under the wing and things were. How did you come to the name? Because I've often wondered this. How did you get to the name BB Vahlour?
The name Bibi Vahlour
It's
had
Vahlour,
the name
sorry.
Bibi
Vahlour.
itself without the
Vahlour.
Vahlour. The
Yeah.
name Vahlour, yes.
Vahlour.
So
Sorry.
Bibi is a nickname I had. No, it's okay. Bibi is a nickname I had as a child, very young. So it's a combination of my original name and my father's name together, which is like the two B's.
Okay.
And that has been like my nickname ever since. And when I started wanting to drag, I was always thinking of a name. I was always thinking of something that would be unique and whatever. And at the same time, I still wanted to be true to myself. So I was like, let's go with BB. The name is on the gender flip. It's not female. It's not male. It's just out there. It's just something
Yeah.
out there. And Vahlour is a name a friend of mine got together because I was like, always I wanted a surname. I wanted something very out there, out of this world. And a friend of mine, she gave me the name Vahlour. She was like, I feel Vahlour, it's yours. But spell it this way and you will love it this way as well. And it's fully grown on me.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
That's but that is fantastic because that is because it does sound very showy.
Yeah,
It
like
sounds great though. I
Vahlour.
must say it rolls lekker off the tongue when you say Bibi Vahlour. It just sounds
Vahlour.
really great.
I actually like when people struggle to say the name because I wanted a name, to be honest, I wanted a name that people will struggle to say. So BB is easy, but the Vahlour, they
Vahlour.
always butcher it up.
Yeah.
And I love
You've
watching people
succeeded.
butcher that up.
Look here, I have to tell you, Bibi, because you know, Mark at works here, obviously, he does our script writing and that. And he had to practice with me a few times to actually pronounce it correctly, Vahlour, Bibi Vahlour, you know. So, yeah. So I was coached into how to exactly Bibi Vahlour. And I was like, I'm loving the name.
Yeah.
So regarding you being the drag mother to the house of Vahlour, what is the
Yes.
mission behind that?
It originally started with just me and one of my friends. We started as to how do we get to know drag? Because I was too scared to start drag with on my own and to do things on my own because I did not know how, and it was in the process of lockdown. And my closest friends within Lavendale, we all lived close to each other, and we all went on this journey of starting drag together, learning how to do makeup, learning how to do hair, learning how to sew, do costumes, all of that in that period of lockdown.
Wow.
We used to run around in the area, go to one another's houses, even though we shouldn't have done that. But we did all of that and learned to it. And from there, it started with just me and a friend. And the house started growing as to where I added someone more, added a sister, got more daughters in. I'm getting inboxes left, right, and center of everyone
Wow.
wanting to join because they've seen our pictures, they've seen the things that I've done. Because I first just started as a Facebook queen, as I like to say. And the house has grown so far as to I added some of my dancers, I've added my boys, the girls, I have everyone. I have
Oh.
girls who do pageants as I do, drag like I do. Some of them are queer men that as part of the house. There's also part of my children, but they don't engage in the art form of drag as I do it on a scale. They prefer to just be queer individuals. So my house is very big now and very popular.
Lovely, lovely.
And in terms of like you say, like you did a lot. You acquired some skills in terms of doing hair and things like makeup and all of this. And over the lockdown time, and you made costumes and stuff. I mean, obviously, you mentioned earlier that back in the day you used to dance, right?
Yes, I used to be a full-on dancer, dancing for the likes of Vicky Sampson,
Wow.
Robin Peters, and Youngster, and many more. I used to be a very popular backup dancer
Yeah.
back in the day. And what I do now is I give back with my old choreographer, which is Liesel Hendrik. She's located in Lavendale still,
Oh,
at
Yeah.
wow.
Lavendale High, my old high school. So I normally go back. I would always hire the kids of Lavendale High, the dancers, because that's how I started dancing.
Yeah.
Backup dancing for me, and not just myself. I also choreograph for many other queer queens that's big in the industry, as to backup dancing for them and to just do all of their things, just to get the kids exposure
Mm.
and to give them a sense of life that they can achieve outside of the community of Lavendale.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So now
Beautiful.
having that and that is great. That I'm really pleased to hear and really that it's very admirable what you're saying in terms of giving back and also getting the community that you come from. You know, like to continuously have that exposure there and actually expose people to this. But I want to ask you this. Obviously, with your dancing background and history, taking to the stage probably came a lot easier
Yes.
to you than it would have somebody else.
I think because of my dancing background, that made it easier to move about, to do the physical work and the physical things, and not just that. My background in professional gymnastics has also gave me the upper edge as to climbing the, I would say, the drag ladder faster than
Ah.
anyone else.
Yeah,
But I still had to learn the hardcore skills, which is moving the mouth, performing,
Oh,
and all
yeah.
of that, the hardcore skills, and that I could only learn by watching other queens going out to their shows, gaining from sitting in the audience, whether it's in the front or the back, but literally just learning from other queens on how they vocabulate their words as to when they perform. Because it's not just something you mumble out and about. You're actually captivating this person with another song or other
yeah,
sort. So I had to physically hardcore learn all of that. But the dancing aspect that gave me the upper hand, I would say, in drag and climbing up
yeah,
to success itself.
Much
yeah.
faster.
Yeah, no, no, that is fabulous. And now when you look back, I mean, obviously I'm sure you would have footage or photos or a video or something from, let's say, the first day you walked out on stage to now. And
Now.
when you look back at it now, do you go, oh,
Ah!
because I'm the only reason I'm asking you this, and I'm glad you responded that way because that happens to me.
Very.
I look at stuff that I recorded, let's say in
Yeah.
2005, 2006, and I go, oh goodness. Do you know what I mean? Because I mean, subsequently now there's 20-year growth. You know what I mean? It's a very different thing. Do you find that as well?
Yes, I find that every time, whenever I'm alone in the comfort of myself, then I would always look back as to how I started and where I started, and I would always post it on my socials as to saying like, look at back then,
There
look
we
at
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
now. Even though it's just as been drag as I've been doing drag for 4 years, but it always feels like a milestone.
Mm.
Every year I have to look back at to what I used to do. Then I would be like, oh, I can see the growth. I can see I learned new things, new ways to apply drag, new ways to do things. And but it always humbles me looking
Mm.
back at how I used to look or how I used to perform and be and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic, man. We got a comment or two that we just want to quickly get in as well before we move on. And
Oh, Mr.
this one,
Mark.
it's from Mark Sauls. Hello, Mark. Mark says, welcome, Bibi Vahlour. How exciting having Queen
Oh,
Fanika up on Mahala Monday. It
Ayo,
is
ayo. True,
exciting.
true.
It is exciting. Thank you for that, Mark.
yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
Let me ask you this. So, with the year just kicked off at the top of the show, Rhoda and I were
Yeah,
just talking how quickly time has flown already, and we're
definitely.
already at this point of the year. But when it comes to celebrating Pride, and Cape Town has got a great
Oh, yeah.
history and tradition in terms of doing this.
Yes.
And why do you think it's still so important? And is it more important in this day and age than what it was in the past?
I would say it's more in the past it was more important because in the past we by we, I mean queer people in itself or in themselves, they were fighting for rights. They were fighting for their voices to be heard, their self-expressions to be seen. They were hardcore fighting for their rights. As to where now we are mainly just celebrating our past queer icons. We are
Okay.
mainly just celebrating what they've done for us, paving the way that they've done for us, and what we can still do further for the next queer generation to come through. But I would definitely say back then it was more important because it was a literal, a literal fight actually to get to be
Yeah.
seen as a queer person and not be jailed or locked up or anything. I would always reminisce or think about the stories that one of the older queens, one of the legends, Miss Sandra D, always speaks about as to how she was locked up for cross racing back in the day, how she couldn't express herself,
Wow.
how within the white regime she was called Morphe, or this was like a or another word as so for Momang. All of these type of things she was shunned with and locked up for just being herself, dressing as her true self. And I look at that and I feel that's very important as to why it was so important now. But now we have things easier, we have things lighter, and everyone is so accepting and open
Yeah.
as to what it is to be queer, how it is to be queer, and everyone is so accepting to pronouns. Everyone is open to who you are as a person, and
Exactly.
nothing is being stereotypical as to oh you have to look like a girl to be gay, or you have to
Yeah.
not be a trans man to be with another
Exactly.
trans woman or anything like that of the sort.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
everything now is very open. Everyone is accepting.
Yeah, and you can see that. Can you gauge that? Can you gauge it and say, you know what, things does appear there's still maybe lots of work in terms of how can I say in inclusivity? There's still a lot of work always needs to be done because nothing is ever perfect. But
Yeah.
can you personally gauge and go, you know what? Yeah, we're hitting the right path. You know what I mean? Things feel a little bit easier.
Yes, I think we are hitting the right path. Yes, there is some struggle still here and there with when it comes to like the older generation or just certain people who have different values, religion wise and lifestyle wise, as to what it is to be queer and what it is to, live your best life. Because as to I always like to express my thoughts about this as to saying like being queer or part of the LGBTIQ plus community is not a lifestyle. It's not a thing I choose to. This is how you're born. How you dress, that's your lifestyle. How do you express yourself with clothing? That's your lifestyle. But who you are as a queer person, that's not your lifestyle. And that's, I think, personally, that's always where different views and different values come into play. But some people are open and accepting, some people are not. And we can't blame them because you are born with a certain way and a certain assume. And we want everyone to be accepting as to who we are as queer people. But I also don't want it to come across as being like seen as the gay agenda or
No, 100%.
an attack or something as to you have to accept this or something of the sort.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
you make a fantastic distinction. I like the way you put it. It's just it's a really brilliant food for thought. So thank
Oh,
you
thank
for
you.
yeah. I know. Thanks for
Yeah, you
putting
made
it
me
that way.
think on that one.
Yeah. So Cape Town Pride is coming up on the first March. That is where it is. But that is where the big
Yes.
events will be
Events
taking place.
happening.
But let's get into this because I mentioned accolades earlier, right? Now, you obviously, like you said, you made a rapid rise earlier. You jokingly said it tongue in cheek, but it is true because you are currently Miss Sovereign Western Cape. That's who you are. Walk us through
Yeah.
this. Walk us through this journey
Well
of being
done.
crowned Miss. Yeah, being crowned Miss Sovereign Western Cape.
Oh, I was crowned last year the Queen of the Western Cape, the Southern Western Cape 2024, which reigns into the new year 2025. So I'm still in my full on year, and it's been an amazing. This was my third attempt on going and pursuing the crown with good intent and desirable needs. So the first time I did it was literally out on the limb. Miss Sovereign was my very first pageant I ever did. I told myself I started small and went big with drag and performing, but with pageantry, I don't want to start small. I want to hit it big, whether I make it or not. Regardless, don't care. I'm taking this experience in. I'm taking in what I'm learning in, and all many other things. And my first time was in 2022. I came in fourth I was the fourth runner up, and no one could believe it at first because how can this person, straight out of
Just
the blue,
started.
never done a pageant before, it just started now, and is in this big pageant coming in fourth, taking out some of the girls who has been doing this for many years and doing this for a long time. And then my second year was 2023, within my third year doing drag, and I came in first.
Oh, wow.
It was a wonderful experience, and I've taken the things that I've learned the previous year and applied it to that.
Nice.
And then last year, I came on my third attempt. I came as the queen, the winner overall,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
girl.
And when you look back at it, I mean that's like such a powerful story. It's such an empowering story as well because it really explains the journey of how it is. I mean, obviously you're having a joy, you're having an absolute joy with it. You still when you still have a quiet moment, you still pinch yourself and go, yeah, you still do that.
Yes, I do. Because after winning, it took literally a month for everything to kick into perspective and to kick into my mind to say like, you actually won. You actually did this. This is something that you've done.
Exactly.
And I can't believe it took so long to kick in, but I was so in disbelief myself that I won. But I also knew that I put in the work, I've put in the hours, the labor and all of that. Because no one knows by doing drag and doing drag on an exaggerated scale. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort that
Yeah.
goes into your craft, and it's something that you also just can't do alone. You need help. You need the help of friends, family, and chosen
Yeah.
family as to help you. So it's the whole thing.
Oh,
But this is
wow.
the thing of mastering any sort of art form or anything. There is an amount of work. Like I mean, rough estimate. Like if you do not have, and let's not talk about when you preparing for a certain production or there's a show coming up. Let's say there's only something in a month or a couple of weeks or anything like that. What is your daily input in terms of time invested and hours put in working on your craft?
I would always say, as to how I started, I would always say I was somewhat lucky, by two things: by surviving the COVID regime, and also in giving me that time, all those months and all those time to sit down in front of a mirror, because there was nothing to do at that time. I had to sit every day in front of a mirror. I learned myself watching YouTube tutorials, watching all of those things, and it clicked to me that things are made easier as to now, as to compared to when you had to start back in the day, because we have all these things. There are many other drag queens you can ask for help. There's many other drag queens that is able and willing to help. There is YouTube tutorials. There's all of the things that you can learn how to do makeup. But it starts with you having to mentally tell yourself, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be determined enough to do this, whether I don't know how to do it, whether I'm failing at it, whether I'm doing whatever. The end goal and the end result will always be perfect. um, but you literally have to sit and work with it. And for even some of the girls that are doing drag now, that has maybe done drag for a year or two or somewhat, that is still trying to find their feet, is also those days when you have nothing to do, when you are free as a bird. I always chose, instead of going to party or instead of giving out money for worldly things, I'm rather going to invest, go get fabrics. I'm going to get things. I'm going to find someone to make me this garment or whatever. Whether I have nothing planned, no gigs, no nothing planned, I'm going to stock up on costumes, on makeup, on
Beautiful.
wigs, on all of those things, as to when the opportunity arrives, I know I'm ready.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
100%,
So true, so
100%,
true.
100%. And you know what? Like the results. I mean, obviously, the results that you shows a significant level of effort. It shows dedication. It
Does.
shows brilliant discipline. It shows hard work, and that's a great story. We got another comment, BB.
That's
We'll
right.
just run into this comment quickly as well.
Ah,
Jabbar
Jabbar.
says hello.
Hey,
So
Jabbar.
greetings, yes, and greeting, hello, Jabbar.
Hi.
And to everybody else watching as well, if you've got any questions or comments that you'd like to pose to me, then definitely put it through to us. We will do this. So there's Miss Sovereign now, and then a little while later, and then we saw the program on Showmax, and then there's this reality program called on Showmax, Beulah,
Beulah.
Queen's Funny Car. How was this experience? How has this changed your life? How was it? What was it like shooting it?
Yes, baby.
Oh, doing Beauty Queens, Sunny Cup was amazing to me and to my drag itself because it was such just amazing because the cast itself were all the previous queens I looked up to, like the older queens that I looked up to. Certain queens I still had yet to meet, personality wise, but it was an amazing experience for my young mind and still being so young in drag at the time. It was an amazing thing to do, and it was also a milestone showing younger queens that they can make it, that they can, you know,
Yeah.
you can make drag a success at an early age, and this is something that you can do, but you still need to be dedicated as self. And as to someone being from where I am, which is Lavendale, which is
Yeah.
very an urban area, making it onto stream, showcasing the positive sides and the positive traits which Lavendale has to offer in itself.
Yeah.
It's very unique, it's very big, and it was amazing. Just one magic experience, to be honest. It was just amazing.
Is there a moment that was fantastic that we might not have seen on being screened or something that still stands out that you can share?
Oh, there was this glorious moment as to we were traveling as a cast. We were traveling to one of the venues we had to shoot, and we stopped along the road at this local food place, something of a sort. It was very off camera, very just us being ourselves, and it was so humid, it was so hot. And just by all of us crew, cast, just sitting together at this one spot made everything feel so special, because that's when it kicked into me as to saying like, I would have never thought I would be sitting here on my way to somewhere special, on the middle of nowhere, enjoying a
Yeah.
glorious meal because I'm a big person. Food comes first as well. And that was just one memory that fully kicked in, and we all were just laughing and enjoying ourselves.
Oh,
Liquor, liquor,
lovely,
liquor,
lovely.
liquor, liquor. So, and then there was obviously, you've extended the borders of South Africa because Vogue Italia in 2023.
Ooh.
Tell us about this.
Oh yes. I got reached out by a lovely special little lady from Grassy Park named Ahmad, and then she asked me she would like to capture the sides and my drag itself within Lavendale, within the culture and how I'm perceived and drag's perceived within Lavendale itself. And I told her I would love to do it because drag and drag queens in Lavendale, we are very respected. We are respected by everyone. We're always raised up, whether you need help with hair, with costumes, whatever. There's always an auntie. There's always an uncle that knows, that's a shoemaker that can provide heels. There's always an auntie that knows how to sew, to provide costumes. There's always a cousin or someone with makeup skills that can help you or can get you the products or something. So everyone is very helpful in building. And I initially didn't even know what was the pictures for. I just thought it
Ah,
was like one article until she surprised me by saying, "Look at the Vogue Italia website. Your pictures made it onto there, and this is something very special." And I was
Wow.
so
oh,
shocked, humbled, and blessed at the same time. And everyone got to see my drag at this
oh.
point, which to me was still at an early point, but everyone got to see what I had to offer at the time, which was something so special to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so
And
precious.
that is something really great to be proud of. That is fantastic. But I want to ask you this because you're also known as the stunt queen, right?
Yeah.
You know what a stunt,
Yes,
and
the
is that
official
and is
stunt
that
queen of
and is
Cape
this
Town.
due and is this due to the athleticism, your agility, because of your dancing history?
Yes. I had an amazing dance coach and gymnastics coach that always used to push my limits as a young teen. Because before I reached high school and before dancing, I was a very obese, overweight child that needed to lose the weight, needed to lose all that fat immediately. And I found dancing was the best aspect as to where I could apply my abilities and skills. But I never knew that I was that flexible, that I could do backflips, that I can do all the things I could, as to my coach always having, that's now my best friend, also having seen a star in me, having to see something within me, pushing me to my limits. And within a year, I lost all the weight and I was the
Oh,
most
wow.
flexible that I could have been ever, doing headstands, the splits, doing everything you can think of and more actually. But that literally applied to me. And what I'm also doing is I also, to my house itself, I teach them all the tricks that I know, all
Yeah.
the things that I can do and more, and how to preserve their flexibility, as to not injuring yourself. Because a lot of people will see me jump from a roof of a club, or they will see me do all these dangerous hardcore things, but no one knows I had enough time to practice all those things to do it safely in a
Exactly.
way that protects my body and itself. So it's not, it looks dangerous, but it's not dangerous. I like to call it fear factor of drag.
Oh my word. So my question to you before we end the show, and I really don't want to end the show because I'm really enjoying this, is what the way forward? What's next for BB internationally? What's your vision? Where do you see yourself?
What's next for Bibi Vahlour is to full on show the world, and not just the world itself, mainly in South Africa itself, to showcase my drag itself, to showcase my house, who we are. We are fierce performers to be reckoned with, and to just uplift colored drag queens and get the drags out of the stigmatism. But internationally, I hope to be there one day. I'm not going to say how or when or give spoilers away or anything. I like to keep people on their toes. They
That's
just
right.
see you coming. But I would like to put myself internationally out there as well. But things do happen within time and with hard work and dedication. So for that, I would like to say yes, there's a lot of things happening. And of course, I would love
Oh,
to finish my reign as Miss Sovereign very peacefully,
yes.
very lovely, but also doing so many things as to showcase where I'm actually good at within my community and within the LGBTI community in the spectrum itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
lovely.
fabulous picture, that one. I like that one.
Stunning, stunning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's a nice one. It's a really good one. I like that. It's like
Yeah.
really happy.
Very happy. So this is I don't know, Dougal probably still have some questions there, if you do. The one thing I just wanted to ask you, for the youth out there that's watching you right now, and just looking back at your younger self, what would you tell the youth and people out there that want to pursue and realize that they are talented in this way, and what did you tell them if you had to look back in time?
If I have to look back in time at my younger self, I would say do not hesitate, because hesitation only builds up a negative suspense within your body. Pursue what you feel, go after the feelings that you have, pursue drag, pursue dance. Don't waste time just sitting around. Go out there and get on your feet. And to the younger generation, I would like to say, don't let anything stop you, because now things are so easier as to where you can make a name for yourself on TikTok, on YouTube, on social media. You have all these tools at your ability and at your disposal. Do not waste it. And do not be defined of the area that you come from or
Oh yeah.
the lack of costs that you have. There are so many things that you can make out of nothing. And that's something I learned as well, how to just make something out of nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That is
beautiful.
great advice. That is great advice.
Wow.
Before we let you go, just once again, thank you so much for your time. Now, if somebody want to see you perform, where do they go?
Oh,
Where do they follow you? Where they go?
Oh, if you want to see me perform, I will be at the 8th. You can always find me at 0021. I will be there on the 8th of February as to doing my birthday show.
Oh,
And you can find me on the 14th. I'm partnering up with Berlisa Bafasa, 1 Billion Rising, which is a lovely organization. We are giving a massive show in the middle of Lavendale, totally free,
wow.
stage set up. We are handing out food. We are doing everything for the community, and we're inviting everyone within Cape Town to come out. top drag performers. You will find me there, opening, closing, in the middle of the show, doing what I do best. And it's a total big free show with
Oh,
food included. You just have to bring yourself and a lovely chair.
I
Excellent.
like the food.
And when is that show again?
The show will be on the 14th of February, which is
Fourth.
Friday, which is on a Friday, which is
Yeah,
Valentine's Day.
got it.
A
Oh,
big
okay.
open air celebration show.
Lekker.
You can also find me on the 15th of February at the Southern Suburbs Carnival, which will be held in Weinberg Park. You will find me there performing,
Hey, yo.
doing everything for, very family, stay very family together. Just doing one love show.
Beautiful,
Fantastic.
And
beautiful.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. But Bibi, thank you so much for spending some time with us and sharing your story and for all the inspirational
Always a
things
pleasure.
and really positive things that it was so nice talking to you. So thank you very much for coming and joining us here on Mahala Monday.
Thank you. I hope to see you guys soon. And the next time I will be sitting on a chair next to you.
There we
You
go.
do that. You do
Definitely.
that. Thank you so much. Bibi Vahlour, everybody. There
you,
we go.
Bibi.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Fascinating. Brilliant.
Definitely,
But
definitely.
I love the story.
Definitely.
Following
do
your
that.
heart, your dreams, there's nothing better.
There's nothing better. And you know what? Just not waiting to realize it when it's too late. Start off early if you feel that's what you need. If not, why not? I mean, and like you said, just where she's come from. Lavender Hill. And a lot of people look down on youth that comes from that area. But look what she's doing. I mean, having
Outstanding.
events.
Outstanding.
Oh, come on, guys.
Giving back to the community
Giving back.
in a large way.
Exactly.
But also paving the way, and it's always very simple. It doesn't matter what it is you do, but just to show people you got to do what you want to do. If you can,
Exactly.
do you know what I mean? If it is to be, it's up to me. And this is
Yeah.
this is really it. And this is an art form that is truly extraordinary. It's an art form that is wonderful to observe and watch. And it's a
Exactly.
lot of fun. I've
It's
been
a
to so
lot of
many
fun.
shows. It's just a lot of fun.
Same,
But
same.
if you want any more information, do go check it out. The Drag Cartel, you can visit the website, which is www.thedragcartel, one word, those details are on your screen, .co.za. And once again, all we can say is thank you very much to Bibi Vahlour for
Vahlour.
joining us here on Mahala Monday.
And just before we end the Dougal, you know what? For us, and this is our motto most of the time, is all inclusive. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We are all inclusive. And nobody on this earth got a right to look down on anybody. Because it's all about exclusivity and just making this world one happy place.
Certainly. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much again to our special guest for joining us this evening, and thank you for your wonderful comments and greetings and all of that. Don't forget to please like it and share the show, and then we will see you very soon right back here on Mahala Monday. Look after yourselves and everybody around you. Cheers, everybody.
See you. Bye.